Hi everyone, so basically I am going to do this video on my phone because I'm going to try to make it as short as possible but also informative. So I just wanted to show everybody how I finally got my silhouette to cut properly. And I know this is a big issue with silhouette and silhouette machines, and I have not found a simple video showing the steps to get the machine to cut correctly. Now, I've contacted Silhouette themselves and asked. They couldn't really help me. The only thing that the woman told me was that I needed to calibrate the machine, and that unfortunately did not work, and it took a super long time to do. So I'm really not sure if that makes a difference or not. I feel like when you first get it, it should have already been calibrated for the price that you spend on these machines. So I doubt that's even an issue. So I am basically going to. Sorry if the video is a little shaky. I am using my phone to record this because I just feel like it would just be easier to record this video on my phone just because it's more mobile than my camera being set up and things like that. So I will try to stabilize it through the editing process as much as I can. But hopefully you'll get a good idea of what I'm talking about and a easy, simple way to get your machine to work as well. So basically it has everything to do with your registration lines is what I've learned. And I can't tell you how many hours I've spent on trying to figure out this machine. Or here, let me pan around and show you. That is all of my sticker paper wasted except for the very top one. As you can see, they are finally cut out perfectly. So that is finally the one that I got. So I've wasted all of that sticker paper, and sticker paper is not cheap either. So this is why I'm doing this video for you guys. I wanted to do a quick video basically just showing you how I learned how to cut out my stickers. So basically I've already got a couple designs pre-designed so that we don't have to go through that process, since this is a video on just showing you how to get your machine to cut correctly. I can do design videos as well if you're interested in learning, if you're new to the software, learning what all of these little things mean up here. I actually found the software pretty easy and simple to use. So really, I learned all that pretty quickly and how to design pretty quickly, but I will do those videos too if you are interested. So basically, I'm just going to do this video to show you how the registration lines work on the software with your designs, printing it out, and actually cutting out your designs on your machine. So let's go ahead and get into it because I don't want this video to be forever long. So basically what I'm going to do is just go into the design, and I just have mine set up like this. It really doesn't make a difference how you do this. Some people prefer no grid lines, some people prefer grid lines. I have this set up on the portrait and obviously the 12 by 12 and then the widths of the paper I just have, you know, like your standard printer paper size, because that's what my sticker paper is. And I have the Silhouette Cameo and not the portrait. I know the portrait, I believe, only does the 8 by 11, but I have the Cameo, so mine goes up to 12. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and go to my library, which is over here, and I have two designs, and we're gonna go ahead. I know Valentine's Day is over, and maybe since I just have these two right now, we'll do this one for demonstration purposes. Is you're gonna go over to your registration marks section, which is this little one with the little lines around the paper that you see. Then you're gonna go to style. I just pick the type 1, okay, and it will automatically set these settings. And I already have them pretty much preset, but anyways, what you're gonna wanna do is I always go ahead and make the lengths longer. And I know for some people it doesn't work this way, but for me personally, this is the way that I've found my machine reads the registration lines the best, is when they're longer and thicker. So I'm just gonna go and make them a tad bit thicker as well. And then you'll have the position marks, which is over here. And what I do is I will go to the top inset first, and you want to go all the way down until that line, that top, you see how far I have it down, is next to the hearts. You're going to want them as close as possible to your design. And then I'll go to the bottom and I'll move that all the way up. Okay, so you see how close it is to that design? You want it like that. And then you'll go to your right and you'll push it over as close as you can get it. Okay, and then your left as well, as close as you can get it. So I'm just going to take this particular heart and kind of just readjust that just a tad, so it's not, because you don't want it directly on it, but you're going to want it to be as close as possible, is what I found works best for my machine. So I'm just going to kind of move these over and line them just like so. Really, the placement, I guess, like really doesn't matter. It should still cut them out regardless if it's a little crooked. I just try to get them, for aesthetics, I try to get them lined up pretty closely. So I'm hoping you guys can see all of this. Okay, then what you're going to want to do is you have the length up here, okay? You're gonna want to put it up as close as possible. So you know you are not going to have this small grid that it creates going down or up. So it's pretty much lined up with your design too. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, and that's exactly how you're going to want it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the cut settings. Okay, we're gonna make sure that all of it's just cutting out our edges, which it is. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to go down. We're going to go to advanced. We're going to go to material. Now we're going to set our blade down to 1. Okay, and you're going to want your speed between 4 and 6 is where I found it to be the best. So I just kind of set mine in the middle at 5, and then I will take the thickness, okay, and I will put that at around a 14. Okay, and then that's basically it. You just want to make sure that you have it set on the white sticker paper. Okay, and for some reason it changed that, so let me go back and fix that. Okay. Okay, and those are the settings that I choose to have it on, and I just go ahead and set that before I print it, which it doesn't make a difference. You could actually set the cut settings after you print too, and I'll tell you why. You have to remember that your cutting mat, as well as the software for the Silhouette machine, is set up as a 12 by 12, but your paper is only an 11-inch. So that's why it gets cut off, and that's why I still get, somewhat confused. Try not to, you have to remember that when you set your registration lines, it has to have some room, okay? And like I said, it should print it out now the right way. Okay, so you'll still waste sticker paper until you learn. That's why I said that bundle set on eBay is going to be good. Because until you get used to what you need to do and perfect it, you're still going to make mistakes. And I'm sure a lot of people that have perfected it still do occasionally make mistakes. Okay, so let's put that out. Which, to be honest with you, the boxes I measured, but you have to realize too that it may look big on or small on here, but when you print out your designs, and that's another thing that I'm trying to get used to, it's going to be a lot bigger on your paper. So there we go. We got the top registration lines and then now the bottom since we fixed. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug my printer, move my computer over to where I have my silhouette set up, and then I'm going to line my paper up on my cutting mat. That's very important to have it lined up correctly on that as well. And then I will show you from there. Okay, so as you can see, I've got my, sorry, that's a piece of thread stuck on my cutting board. Okay, so as you can see, I got my paper lined up on the top and on the sides. So it should be lined up too on your cutting mat. So let's go over here and load it into the machine, and you're going to want to line the edge up right there too, right there as well. So make sure you have that lined up, and then what you're going to do is you're going to come over to your screen and load your, it's going to load your mat in. Okay. All right, so here's another important step, and I did learn this from one video, and I can't remember who made it, so I can't give her credit, so I'm really sorry about that, but she said too that another good thing is to take your camera on your phone, use the flash for a flashlight if your room is darker, which mine is, and point the light down at the silhouette, and it will help it read the registration lines better. And I did that as well, and it worked very well too. So I'm going to go ahead and stop because I don't think that I can put the flash on while I'm recording. Put the flash on and then I'll start the video again. Okay, I have my flash on now. So I already have my silhouette plugged up to my computer. So basically what you're going to want to do is go over to this little button right there with the A and the machine, wait until it syncs. See, it's ready. Sorry, I cut my finger the other day, which looks gnarly, so ignore that. So basically we've already done our cut settings, so we don't have to worry about that. So basically all we're going to do is go to the start button, click start, and I'm going to go ahead and go back over here so that the light can, so my machine can have the light, and we're starting. So it's just reading those registration lines now. Okay, and then it's going to read this one. Okay, and then it should cut all of these out perfectly. Which it is. So I might speed this process up. Okay, so it's just going to tell you that the job is complete, and then all you're going to want to do is just hit the unload. It will unload your mat, and I will come over here and show you all of the cuts. So as you can see, all of the stickers are cut out perfectly. Nothing is off. So that is how you are going to cut out stickers with your silhouette. Like I said, it took me forever to realize that the registration lines mean everything. So make sure you get those pretty close to your images and things like that. That is what is going to make a difference. And that is what is going to help your machine cut out your stickers foolproof every single time. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope this video was informative and it helped. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Bye.